Welcome back. This is CerealSnax. As you can tell, I changed my intro just a tiny bit to include this background from Guild Wars 2. It's pretty epic and beautiful, so thought it was fitting. You can see there's a little chicken in the foreground just doing his thing. A little windmill and this little fountain. Regardless, this is an area that I'm actually looking at a jumping puzzle, or the beginning of a jumping puzzle off to the right. And it is called Weylandt's Revenge. It is a pirate jumping puzzle. It goes through these pirate dungeons. Kind of reminds me of Goonies in a way, or Pirates of the Caribbean, kind of that theme. So I want to show it to you on the map here in a second, but it's a cool jumping puzzle. It's right in the Lion's Arch area. Fairly secret. I don't know. I know a lot of people probably know about it because the game's out and everybody's posting all the spoilers just like I am, I guess. But I'm going to show it to you anyway. So anyway, here's the map, and I will show you where we are. So if you can see my mouse cursor, that is where I'm kind of standing a little bit to the north of this. But this is the mill. And then you can see the vista point, which is actually the beginning part of this jumping puzzle right down here to the right. So it's the Shark Maw Caverns, which is what you end up going through. And if you see the little sword to the south of the mill, kind of at the bottom of the waterway there, that little sword is a pirate vendor. So you can see here's the vista. You kind of go through these caverns in the jumping puzzle, and then up and around, and then to this vendor, which is a pirate vendor. He sells gear that actually looks good for pirates. So let's start it. So here's that kind of area that I was showing you in the intro. And basically what you do is you run up past this farm. There's a little cornfield here. I'm just doing my sprint just to get through here. I'm actually the person who's showing me how to do this. I hadn't done this jumping puzzle before, but Bunty the Frog, another YouTuber, is actually leading me through it since I haven't done it before. Although I don't think he even got to the total end of it yet. So he's almost to the end of it, and he wants to help me get to that part. So we're kind of just following him up here. You can kind of see his blue dot on the little map down on the right. So the vista's right up here. Now most people get to the vista. That's kind of a typical thing. You know, of course, you want to get 100% completion on all your maps, so you have to get the vistas. And the vistas are typically not too difficult to get to. But instead of going towards the vista, I've taken a sharp right over that kind of rocky path here. And we'll jump up here, and that will lead us further in. You can see Bunsy's a little bit ahead of me here, but I'm going to catch up. There's the vista. And then there's this lion's mouth that is actually shown by the vista. Now, you have to, from what I hear, jump straight down. Oh, no, I didn't actually get it. But if you get straight down, you'll actually land in this water and live. Now, the benefit of being down here with a friend is that they will then be able to come resurrect you if you do what I did, which was silly. But you just have to aim for the middle in that mouth, and you can actually fall down and survive. Of course, I'm kind of a noob, so I am dead here in the water, and Bunsy's going to have to resurrect me. But this is why I always bring a friend. So, and if you don't have a friend with you, you know, if you're in the overflow or in your own zone, chances are some kind soul will come along and resurrect you, because they get achievements for doing that anyway. So there's an incentive for them to resurrect you. So a lot of times it's best just to kind of lie there dead until some nice person comes along. So it's a little confusing, but you can see where he's going. He's hopping up here with his little Ashura character. And I've got my char. I'm going to keep following him here. One thing I was thinking today about the char as I was playing is they're almost like a metaphor for all MMO players. All they care about is loot and killing and achieving things. I think when they level up, they say, "Oh, I've attained the awesome." That's what they say when they level up or have done something cool. And so they're kind of like the epitome of all MMO players. So there's these hallucinations in these tunnels. So make sure you just go to the left. But anyway, that's why I like the char, because they don't lie about what they're here for. And just follow him down this tunnel. So I kind of got off on the topic of conversation here. There's strange stuff in this hall, and you can see there's hollow walls. And actually, I think it's past the first skeleton, he was saying. Yep. So it's past the first skeleton. There's a hollow wall here. You just walk right through it. They're basically, the walls are hallucinations. And you just follow up this path. So it's not too complicated. There's a little maze there. And if you kind of look at your mini-map on the bottom right, you can kind of see where you're supposed to be going some of the time, because obviously you're not going to be going off the map to do this. So jump up this little waterfall here. Oh, of course, I'm having trouble as usual. Let's see. Get down in here. There you go. Now, one thing I will say is that it seems like taller races have a little bit more trouble in some of these jumping puzzle areas, especially this one, because it seems like the clipping is not quite right on the video, and when you're playing an Ashura, you tend to not have that issue as much as you do when you're taller. And here's another trap tunnel, and this tunnel, he was telling me about this tunnel. He can just run right through it. See how, as an Ashura, he just darted right through it. And I don't know if it's his timing. I suspect it is because he is small, and it always seems like these little small races have good luck. You can see the Norn guy is kind of standing here waiting too. So we'll make it through here. It's not too dangerous though. I don't think you can really die here unless you really just kind of stand still and let them poke at you all day long. Oop. I mean, I may eat my words here in a second, but there we go. Okay, let's keep moving on. Now, one thing I will say about this jumping puzzle so far, and I may be speaking out of turn before I get to a hard part, but so far it's not as difficult as the other ones I've done. It's more just like an adventure kind of jumping puzzle. It's not as much of a jumping puzzle and more of a kind of just a dungeon crawler map puzzle more than anything else. So, well, of course, here I am. I said how easy it was and how you couldn't die, and I'm getting stabbed by every single trap that comes out. I'm guessing this wooden trapdoor thing, he jumped over it. The wooden trapdoor thing is not something you want to step on, so it's probably best just to jump over it. I'm assuming that's a trick. He jumped over it too. I'm going to jump. Okay, let's keep going on. So again, like I said, there's not really a lot of jumping here. It seems a lot like it's more just a maze that you just need to get through. Oh, and he got knocked over, so I feel a little better about myself. He got knocked over again. So maybe it is just timing. I'm going to take my sprint potion and see if I can make it the rest of the way. And I did. Because I'm awesome like that. I have attained the awesome, as the Char say. So let's see. We'll go in here. Okay, so now this is starting to see now. Every time I say there's no jumping puzzle involved, we end up getting in this crazy, ridiculous jumping puzzle. So where do I go here? Do I go up, maybe? Let's see. Let's try this. Nope. I'm supposed to be following Bunsey, but sometimes I like to go off on my own path because sometimes I feel like he doesn't know exactly where he's going. Let's see. Nope. He's going down. So, yeah. So once again, I questioned Bunsey, and I should never question Bunsey, and I should always just follow his little Ashura. So let's follow him across here. So I'm not like stopping to admire the sights as much. I'll do that again at a later time. I just want to complete this jumping puzzle for you guys on YouTube. But I would encourage you to stop and look around when you're doing these things, because some of the art design in these areas is really incredible. Considering, you know, the artists were making basically a dungeon that, you know, not everybody would probably see, because not everybody's going to want to deal with jumping puzzles. Now this one, it's dark. You want to get this, there's a torch over here to the right. So I remember him telling me about this one. You want to go over here, you get this torch. Alright. And it's a limited time, so you have to get onto the first platform. And of course here I can't find it now. Oh, here we go. Up here. Of course my time's running out and I'm not, Okay, let's get up here. Alright. And then you can just barely see the next platform that you're jumping to. There we go. So where's the next one? Let's see here. Oh, there it is. Jump. Okay, let's find the next one here. And there it is. So it's not too difficult. You just need to make sure that you have this torch, or else you're really just fumbling around in the dark, turning your gamma up so high that your icons are blinding you. But you don't necessarily need to do that if you can just get this torch. And sometimes it won't be there because somebody else will have picked it up, but it respawns fairly quickly, so just be patient. I don't know if you noticed, but I actually did edit this video to do that. So just keep jumping in here, and you're good. And there's Bunsey down there. Torch ran out right as I got to the part. Now, it's one of these tunnels, and he's going down the left tunnel. And he hasn't done this part yet, so we're kind of experimenting here. Let's see. And we both bit it. Now, I believe we get resurrected. Yep. So the pirates will actually resurrect you if you pick the wrong tunnel. So it's not too critical that you pick the right one when you get here. Don't worry too much about it. Of course, I'm going to be showing you which one's the right one. Although I'm not sure if it actually switches depending on what's going on. It may change. I don't know. Okay, well, it's not the middle one either. So it's got to be that far right one. Now Bunsey's still dead over there. I don't know why he didn't get resurrected, but you do get resurrected by the pirates. So if you come alone, don't worry. You're not gonna have to start over at the very beginning. You'll actually start right back there at the top. Oh, and I made it. I'm good. Okay, so it was the far right one on my go through now, but don't go by that because there's a potential that it would change. Some people were saying in chat that it changes depending on what time you go in there. That may or may not be true. I don't know. So let's revive little Bunsey here. Pay him back for his favor earlier in the night. And of course, for such a little guy, he's got a lot of hit points here. Okay, here we go. Alright, 44 experience for reviving him. That was hardly worth it. I probably should have just left him. Okay, so this is it. And this is the end. And there's a chest up here. And boom, I got Weylandt's Revenge completed. 10 achievement points. Awesome. And of course I get this cool chest. Let's see what's in here. Vital worn chain legs, which I cannot wear. So not very good treasure, really. Now you probably can't hear my sound. I have it turned down a fair bit. I just have the music playing kind of loud. But his voice is pretty cool. So it's kind of worth getting down here just to hear the pirate talking. Just because it sounds so much like that ride from Disneyland. So definitely one of my favorite rides as a kid. You know, you almost expect to see the pirates singing their songs and all that. So that's what it reminds me of. It's probably on purpose to some extent. So let's see. I don't think the exit's too hard to find. That's the way we came in over there. So what I want to show you next, something really cool. There is a vendor that's the only vendor that sells this type of gear, and it's very expensive. We of course can't afford it yet. I think it's like over 9,000 karma to buy some of these weapons. But there is a pirate vendor up here who sells pirate gear. So if you look at the weapons, they all look kind of, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it except piratey, I guess. Let's see. First mate, Shane. So he's got, yeah, pirate barricade, pirate crescent. Let's see one that I can actually use. So here's a pirate gun. Look at it. It's red. It's got like red cloth wrapped around. It looks kind of, I guess it just looks piratey. I don't know how to even explain that. But look at that, 9,800 karma. So probably not something you can do till later on. But anyway. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Please join me again for more of my crazy jumping puzzle videos. And I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you did. Talk to you again soon.